In this lecture, we are going to see the ratio of home pages in search results. For example, when you search for a keyword, among the top 10 to 30 results, there may be a few results that directly link to the home page of some domain names. These are called home pages in the search results. And from the research of the 10,000 keywords by Searchmetrics, we obtain this graph which represents the ratio of home pages from 1 to 30th Google search result. Normally, when people search for a particular keyword, for example GameSpot or WCCF Tech, only the first search result links directly to the home page, and the remaining 2nd to 30th search result directly link to some of the URLs or the content pages in those websites. What this means for the brands. With the recent focus by brands to invest in content marketing and the strategy to develop content hubs and evergreen content to service their search demand, this is paying dividends for the brands to identify themselves as knowledge centers in maximizing and serving best user experience to direct users to these most relevant content pages. This trend also holds true compared to 2013 to 2014, which indicates that this is a long-term trend and this trend is going to follow for the coming years. Also, this is in line with Google's development and endeavors to constantly direct the user to the best page on every site, that is, directly to the page that has the answer for the user's search terms. So what is the final inference from this graph? Approximately 90% of the search results with rankings 2 to 30 are interior pages and they are not the home page. On the other hand, 30% of the URLs listed in position 1 are the home pages to the domains. Many of you might have a doubt that if I buy a domain with .com or .com extension, will I get a search ranking boost? Let's see the answer for that question in the next lecture. In this lecture, we are going to see what is the percentage of .com domains in Google search result. This lecture is just a kind of information lecture because normally the top level domains, that is whether it is .com or .org or .net, doesn't have any influence on search engine ranking factors. But still, it's good to know the percentage of .com domains in top 30 search results and also top 10 search results and in overall Google search results. You already know that these 1 to 30 represents the average of search results in Google search engine, and this 72 to 86 represents percentage of domain, that is .com domains. So the average of top 10 search results contain 84% of .com domains, whereas the average of presence of .com domain in 1st to 30th search result is 81%. Coming to the overall average in Google search result, .com contributes to 79% and .org contributes to 10%, and remaining are some other smaller contributions from local, .net and other domains such as .xyz, etc. But apart from search engine ranking factor, I recommend you to keep with .com domains. It's because people tend to use Control plus Enter while going into a website. For example, instead of searching for New Egg, if I press control and then enter, it will directly go to www.newegg.com. This is a habitual factor for webmasters, bloggers. So if you have a .com domain, then you have a slightly competitive advantage in case of your customers or visitors being a blogger or a webmaster. In the next lecture, let's see the usage of flash content in your web pages and how it affects your ranking in Google search engine.